Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Let's get this show on the road, alright? Now, if you guys are ready, let's begin right away, shall we? Have some music while I get everything set up for you guys. Alright. Yeah.
Tell the angel on my shoulder not to quit his day job, cause the devil on my shoulder's getting laid off. They always said I should be careful what I wish for, so I put the demon in a box. It's not a coffin, it's a cage, but it can't fit one if you pave. Better than you did yesterday, so tell me, are you gonna try? The more you try, the more you fail.
Hey, Austin.
The more you fail, the more you cry, the more you cry, the more you learn. And then you do it one more time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a teacher, but I think it's for the best. And I can't help but think of all the demons in love. Tell the angel on my shoulder not to quit his day job, cause the devil on my shoulder's getting laid off. They always said I should be careful what I wish for, so I put the demon in a box. I put the demon in the box. I put the demon in the box. And now I'm about to go off, cause you don't know what you lost. So now I'm flipping you off. It's like 1 for the money, 2 for the money, 3 for the money, cause I got a lot of money. Now I gotta keep it coming, gotta keep it 100. It's not even 100, it's 101. The thing about demons is they never stay gone. And the truth about the devil is he knows what you want. And the thing about Lucifer is he gets what he wants. And the truth about me is I get what I want, so now I'm gonna need you. Tell the angel on my shoulder not to quit his day job, cause the devil on my shoulder's getting laid off.
Welcome, everybody.
Said I should be careful what I wish for, so I put the demon in a box. Tell the angel on my shoulder not to quit his day job, cause the devil on my shoulder's getting laid off. They always said I should be careful what I wish for, so I put the demon in a box. I can feel it now, the crack in the lock. The box is rattling, it's just a little shock. That little voice is back telling me what to do, telling me I'm not a god, just like you. But I'm holding on to the chains with all my might, cause this time I'm not giving in without a fight. I'm not gonna be another name on a stone. I'm not gonna die alone.
I'll pause the music, and yes, but let's keep the discussion to TFD, as you know, and we can discuss all that tomorrow, John. So I hope you don't mind, but that was the reason for why Raid Shadow Legends is calling me up tomorrow, so just be aware of that. It's exactly for that reason that they phoned up your boy. But let's table the discussion about that, because look, I was told not to say anything at all until my sponsored stream, so I'm going to remove that message. Let's not discuss it here. All right? Well, that's a bit of a shame, but yes. Unfortunately, they have asked for a strict NDA, so I will not be allowing any discussion, and I'm supposed to not say anything until the time of my stream. So I hope you understand. In future, anything related to my sponsorship stuff, don't put it on a TFD stream. Tell me privately or just leave it in the Discord. Okay, this is also for future projects and things like this. Like I've always said, keep it to the Discord. Keep it to our private Discord. Don't say anything on a stream. Anything on a public space, before you say anything, if it's related to work that I do, ask me first. Because sometimes we cannot say certain things in public. As silly as it might be, these are contractual, and I hope you understand. It's all career related, so whatever the case is, we should not be discussing anything early, no matter what. All right? You want to clarify, just ask inside the Discord. Okay, now then, my apologies for that. Let's carry on with TFD, all right? As you guys can understand, I do have other contracts and things like that, but that's why I try to keep specific streams to specific streams, and I try not to discuss too many things outside of the norm. Okay, because a lot of people, they may not know which contracts I have, what is the nature of the contract, so, you know, sometimes we just don't talk about these things. So just remember, anything not to do with the active stream, straight to the private Discord, you can ask me about it there. But active public spaces where anyone can just peep in and look, we got to be careful about what we say. All right, so far, after just 11 votes, 73% of people are fully satisfied, 18% think it's about okay, 8% are unsatisfied, they haven't said why. Nobody has stopped playing yet, but we'll see how the numbers evolve as things go on. Fair enough. All right, now today I'll be carrying on work with my eraser. So I've got a loose idea of how I want to build this thing. All right, I'm building it mostly into weak spot and multi-hit. So that's what I'm going with for now. Because it's not really a crit weapon, and this doesn't really increase critical hit rates, so nothing much we can do there. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Either way, we're gonna build it up, so let's carry on doing that. And while I am building it up, ladies and gents, if you'd like to, we are currently seeing whether anybody or not wants to get me the new skin. If you do, all your contributions toward the current goal will go for that. Of course, people who support will be rewarded with music as per normal, and we'll carry on with there. Understandable, Austin. Story is a big thing, and a lot of people have cited the same issue, that basically it felt like this big season was over within a week. That is the biggest gripe that a lot of people have been citing, which is why, for the people that voted fully satisfied, I really wonder if your needs are truly being met. Or is it that you're new to the game and you've got a lot of stuff going on, which is why. Because if we just take a look at the season, which dropped on the 7th of August, from the 8th of August up to now, which is from the 8th of August, if we check, that was, the 7th of August to now, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks to the day. And within 2 weeks, we went from a peak of 21,000 down to 14,000. We've lost a third of the people already. So, yeah. So I was really hyped because I thought it would be a much bigger season, but what was given to us at the start was not only poorly optimized, but it didn't seem to hold player attention. So I'm trying to see what people feel about it, you know? Hey Chester, everything's fine right now. I think it's because the vehicles can't fit here in the 400%. Also, it could also be the way that they did the coding for it, Rena. Because my thought process, funnily enough, was that the vehicles are clearly meant for an open world situation. So that means if it's not outside in the open space, the vehicles do not operate. Whereas infiltration operations take place in an instance, which is why I believe the vehicles are also not available for Colossus fights. Unless I'm wrong. I never tried the vehicle in a Colossus fight, but I'm pretty sure they're not designed to be used there, right? So overall, this gives me the impression that the vehicles were intended for a different purpose. At least to me, it would appear that way. You see, Slight One, that is often a choice. People can choose to be absolutely OP, but yeah. Hey, Baron. Okay, the votes are evening out a bit more. And Foxy, are you still lagging, by the way, in the Axion Plains? I'm just curious, because they appear to have fixed the optimization there. At the very least on my end, everything in the game is running much more smoothly than before. Especially the Axion Plains, I play with almost no lag, so I'm just curious, how is it for you? And whether or not you're experiencing, say, a great amount of lag or stuff like that still. Because I don't think you should be. Think being the key word. I do not think you should be, but, I mean, you could still be. So console, in your own words, is still having major issues. I see. So while PC is totally smooth, console is completely messed up. I believe you and Cartervel are on Xbox. Can anyone on PS5 let me know, how's it feel in the Axion Plains? Are you guys okay? On PlayStation 5. And you're on the Xbox X series, right, Foxy? Okay. I would say Serena breaks the game more than Ines, but I completely understand from the farming perspective. Laggy, but never crash. Well, you're on PlayStation, right, Baron? If I'm not wrong, you're a PS5 man. So on PS5, it feels good to you, no problems. I think John is also on the PS5, but I don't know how much he's played lately in the Axion Plains. A little lag, but no issues. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Fair enough. Well, why not? Good to also know that the issues are not for everyone. There are some things like this. It could very well be an internet connection issue, but this can be regional. Not every area in the world has ultra perfect internet, so I do understand that. Even in Singapore, for my streaming, right, we've got super high speeds, but Wi-Fi can be a little bit unreliable at times. So here in Singapore, I stream purely off a wired connection, which is what keeps my streams going so well. Even then, there are software issues to contend with at some times, just because some software just doesn't even talk to each other, which is annoying. I think that they should definitely continue to develop the Axion Plains. Of course, Haley is not useful for recent content. She is a bosser. And quite frankly, her role is completely overshadowed by Serena. So, forgive me for saying, but why would anyone in their right mind play Haley at all? Haley, it would appear, is not strong. In that case, I'd say it's completely within your region's internet. If you're all wired connection, then that's wild, unfortunately. How is it still lagging? In that case, I bear no explanation. But it could also be console optimization, which is understandable. Either way, thank you guys for sharing your thoughts. It all helps the understanding of the great machine. No. Oh, I have no doubt, to be honest. There will definitely be a time when Haley becomes stronger. I mean, they tried to buff her to sort of get her to Serena's level. But, I mean, even adding the additional damage, it made some of her skills ridiculous. But she's nowhere near Serena level yet. Nobody saw anything, Foxy, and they shouldn't. How dare they? Well, Chester, time to keep on rolling, man. I hope you get your new system soon. Keep on pushing for that goal, buddy bear. Okay, almost level 40 for this. But I can completely understand the frustration of internet issues. I mean, I've had a fair share of them in Singapore, strangely enough, ever since my return to Singapore last year. And I've been here about a year. It's been very interesting to experience Singapore internet again. I don't think it's the speed reduction, realistically. I'm not expecting her to farm, but I do expect her to be able to boss well. I think that what they need for her is to make her abilities, at least crit-wise, that much stronger. Maybe make her abilities such that they guarantee criticals. You know, rather than increasing the critical rate, make them guarantee criticals so you can, you know, swap out mods and make it even more potent and more powerful. You know, add more critical hit damage bonuses. Give her like a ridiculous critical hit damage bonus, because that can turn multipliers up to the 9. Serena effectively has a multiplier via her skills, which is why I feel that if they want, they should make, and in order to be fair to Glay and Haley, they should make it so that certain enemies should be almost immune to skills. They should have a very high skill damage reduction. That could also work, Austin. I'm not personally against that. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, there we go. Phew! Oh yeah, Bunny can fly. It's okay. It's okay, people. Minor mishap there. But yes, forgive me because I'm going to make a bit of a gooner comment here. But as the thickest descendant, I believe Haley needs to be the strongest. Okay? Thickness is proportional to strength. And I don't care what anyone says, okay? This is the logic in my brain. It's okay, Austin. We understand what you're saying. But yes, the logic in my brain says that because Haley is the thickest, she therefore must be the strongest. No. Haley is still, okay, bigger. I believe in this, okay? I believe in the psychic senses that tell me she is bigger. Alright? So I believe that she must be the strongest. At least bossing-wise, okay? Exactly, Baron. But we are men of culture. We do not want to make ladies feel uncomfortable in our stream. So as men of culture, okay, we should not discuss such an issue. I know I brought it up, but we probably shouldn't discuss such an issue. That being said, you all now understand what I believe, okay? That being said, all these problems will be solved, ladies and gents, once they put the lounge into the game. Once they allow everybody, all the lonely people, to have AI chats with Descendants, everybody will come back, okay? I believe in this. Melee update, lounge. This is where people will get the most, okay? They need to be emotionally invested in their Descendants. And the only way to get emotionally invested is to have AI chats with your Descendant, just like what Elon Musk did with Grok. Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen the Grok companion, the anime girl Misa Amane. All right. If Elon Musk did it for Twitter, a social media platform that people can essentially be in a relationship with its AI, okay, I'm telling you now, the lounge must have AI chats, ladies and gents. Yes, we must be able to talk to Bunny. Foxy will not even farm a thing. She will spend all day talking to Bunny in there. Trust. They don't need to play the game. They just need to spend on the game. Playing is for the tryhards and the sweaties. Once you farm up everything, do you even care? There's no more need to do anything. No. It's all about just enjoying the lounge. Playing is secondary. It is a secondary concern. What people want is emotional damage. And also emotional investment, but mostly emotional damage. And if they get that emotional investment in their Descendants, they will become the greatest human beings alive. Or some weird shit like that. I mean, whatever. But the point is, you know, everything will be alright. Nell's story? Nell doesn't have a story. The main quest just ends apparently after Wall Crasher. That's what I heard. Nothing further after that. So, yeah, I guess you could count that as finishing the story. But yeah, Nell herself does not have a story, buddy. CPU courage. I don't think the game will be gone one day due to server shutdowns. That is, look, as much as I love a good discussion, that is false information. There has been no server shutdown. Well, yeah, we already did that part of the story day one. So, not quite sure what you're asking, It's Money. Check the video that I posted about Mastery. Have you watched my full guide on Mastery, Mr. Lonnie 4? Teen? If you didn't watch that video, why not? All your questions are answered via my guide videos. You will mostly never have to ask anything on my stream, good sir. Have you found that video yet? Do you know where to find that video? Or is this your first time at my channel? Because if this is your first time at my channel, we're a bit different to how all the others operate. Everything you need is in a video already. Please do, because it explains everything you need to know about Mastery. Have fun. We have 2 playlists full of information about TFD. The one from Season 0 to 2, and the other one from Season 3 onwards. If yours bugged out, please make sure you report it straight to the developers. Tell them when it bugged out, and they will hopefully be able to fix it for you. No problem at all, Lonnie. Welcome to the channel. Mr. Louis, how's it going? Never was and never will be. CPU courage. And anyone who was, man, I worry about them. I mean, look. It was an EA game, man. Like, why would you support that? Supporting EA is like saying, man, I really want to get screwed over. I mean, Battlefield 6 is already looking promising, or so they say, but you really think so? You really think so? Because I don't think so. Got a cold again, buddy? Damn. Feel better soon. Why is your Ines faster than Bunny? Because she is in most content. But it could also be that your bunny has not been built correctly. This is a fully optimized bunny. So this is the only one that will be competitive with Ines. But she's still much slower in Axion Plains. So, of course, Ines is intended to be faster than Bunny. She is, after all, the true farming queen. Bunny is just an extra at this point. Bunny is the starter farmer. She's good, but she only gets you to a certain level. Congrats, Ben. Well done. But yes, get well soon, Lewis. Health is paramount, my dear friends. Hello, Brokey. Hope you're having a good day today. Well, with the speed stick, anyone zooms, good sir. But that goes the same for Bunny. You should be maximizing her speed. Because Bunny is one of the only ones that still reaches top speed. Well, easily anyway. Candidates? No, I don't know if there's a way to check that. I don't think they've put up a listing anywhere, sorry. Is there a reason you need to know which map is coming next? I just let it be random. Because quite frankly, for me, random is fine. Well, if you didn't do the Season 3 survey, then why didn't you? I did tell you guys to just do it ASAP. But either way, even if you forgot, it's only a catalyst, I think. I did it the other day. Gave them my honest feedback. Always remember to do your surveys, ladies and gents. That would be wise. No, the same place popped up 2 days in a row. Austin, quarantine zone was yesterday and today. No. They shouldn't remind you of its ending. You should just immediately do it. As soon as the season starts, once you've experienced all the content, you immediately do it. You must be a responsible and conscientious citizen of Albion. What is this reminder, huh? Are you saying you want more government oversight? No. We're anarchists. We're rebels.
No chance.
We must remember everything ourselves, because how dare the government tell me anything? Well, that's fair. Neither did I was playing Marvel Rivals. No, how dare you, Kim? Less government. What is this? Imagine saying more government. In that case, you should all bow down to my control. You foolish humans. Never demand more control in your life. Always demand less control. Okay? And always avenge sevenfold. Not sixfold, not fourfold, not threefold, sevenfold. Okay? This is my ninja way of life. Okay, I scanned to make sure nothing was left up there. No, I don't like ChatGPT, to be frank. I actually do everything that I can to stay away from ChatGPT. That is a whole nother debate, Peroda. But, to be honest, you are right. The actual issue is whether or not they are less corrupt and smarter. Good government that is based on logic, and of course, with little corruption, is better, but unfortunately, because governments are based on people, well, people tend to be a little corrupt.
So slow. Get out of the way. My shield.
Why do you despise Grok? Now, I dislike Elon Musk, but you do realize Grok is one of the most powerful AIs out there. The only one that I say now, I may not like ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is pretty darn good. I just don't like their business model. As long as you're not using DeepSeek, alright, you're okay, because DeepSeek is going to steal all your data. I mean, the others already do that, but DeepSeek is a little bit worse in that regard, so you might want to stay away from that. But I use AI, Cardavel. Well, for good purposes, of course, but still. You do realize that I am technically, technically, an AI user too. AI is a part of us. We must accept the challenge. That is something that I would not know, but either way, it's not something I can discuss due to my clean stream policy, so I'm gonna remove that message there. But with regards to that, I believe that that is something entirely based on user specification. From what I know of AI, and from my uses of AI, they have never once churned out anything that would be, in that regard, racial or problematic at all in any way, shape, or form. Why? Because it's dependent upon the prompt and the information you put into the AI. So, I can't quite believe that, because at the end of the day, AI is still a tool. The human element is important. So that's all I'll say in regards to that. But please take note that anything racially related I generally cannot discuss here. Clean stream policies and all that, so yep. I have to keep even my discussions clean, so certain topics I cannot openly talk about. What am I farming for? Just levels for my eraser. You see, I'm quite lazy, so rather than doing a defense mission with other people, I may as well just run in a straight line, more or less. Of course not. I might be a fan of technology, but I'll never have any implants in my body. No, thank you. The only time I'll accept an implant is if it makes me immortal. I might be a believer in the machine spirits, but in Warhammer 40k, there's a good reason why they will not allow AI. But either way, I don't think anyone should go and get an implant like that. I'm gonna tell you, It's going to be dangerous. It's going to cause problems, and y'all better be freaking careful about it. That's my honest take. You don't have to listen to me, but I would be very, very cautious. The Eraser is a scout rifle.
So slow.
Honest answer. Honest answer. I will say this much. If I had creative control over the upcoming season of TFD, I would focus it entirely around the lounge and making sure that everybody can get emotionally invested in Descendants. People these days are lonely. Screw the gameplay content. The gameplay content can come later. They need to develop a very, very strong system in partnership with an AI. Like, they could use Grok or ChatGPT, it wouldn't really matter. But they need to make it so we can have constant conversations with our Descendants in the lounge. Sit there, talk to them. People will spend hours in the lounge, in-game, just literally talking to their Descendant. Talking about going on an adventure, you know, what to do. Maybe they could even discuss their own builds with Descendants, come up with interesting new combinations that we humans haven't even thought of. Try things out, you know. Like, let the Descendants speak for themselves, you know. That's entirely what I would focus on. Because if the lounge is literally just being dropped as an extra thing, then people are going to spend all of 5 minutes inside the lounge just like they did in the pool and never visit it again. But if you turn it into an anchor point for people, that is absolutely what I would do. Full Gooner. They want to sell more? Go full Gooner. The gameplay can come later. You need to get people to stick around. And how do you get people to stick around? I could do entire streams of us just talking to Descendants, you know? Interviewing Descendants, talking to them. You know, hell, people probably publish full-on videos of the conversations they have with Descendants. Now, I wouldn't do any cringy shit like romancing Descendants. That's a bit much, but some people would, you know? And I feel that by leaning into that, leveraging on it, the money will roll. You have to get emotionally involved. If you don't get emotionally involved, it's a problem. The AI can make a good build video. Sorry, they can make a good build, but they need someone to publish the video. I won't be out of a job. Like I said, it's about how you use it. Musicians aren't out of a job just because of AI music. Because there's still things that only they can do. There's a lot that they can do, Brokey, so I feel that they should go in that direction if I had my creative control. Now, for the person asking about the eraser, you'll have to wait. The way I do this is that I slowly, over time, I'll have an idea first, I'll put in all the mods, and then I will try things out, but I cannot give you an answer now until we've tested it in combat. As far as I can tell, it's going to be more of a bossing weapon, although it looks like it could be used for, like, mobbing. Skills would be so much faster. So the only thing that can even compete on mobbing is AoE weapons like the launchers, malevolence, stuff like that. So the eraser is not going to be able to compete on mobbing. Fair enough, right? So since it can't do that, no problem. Then how about we use it for bossing instead? So I'm trying to see whether or not it can be built for that, but we'll see.
No chance.
I mean, I can finally make the music that I want to make, so I'm very happy with AI music. But will I take away the jobs of bands out there? No, bands can actually travel. Bands can actually go on tour. Bands have the human freedom. It comes with restrictions as well, but doesn't everything in life? So it's all about choice. There'll be things I can do with my AI music that humans cannot do, but there'll be things that my AI music cannot do that humans can do. Greetings, Don. How's it going? Did you get some rest? I hope you're not too tired today, my friend. Health is important. Yeah, there's a Joe. Just in case I didn't greet you before. But, hi Joe. How is the man of D. Wilkins today?
Shot.
Whee! Yeah, fair enough. Yep. Well, rejected someone. Keep going. Unfortunately, that's RNG for you. It was kind of similar for me. Now, let's take a look at the polls so far. Okay, the poll numbers have evened out after 96 votes thus far. There has been... Dawn, we all have to start work. I too wish I could sleep more. I am super tired as well. But there's always more to do, right? There's never an easy moment, my friend. So far, we've got 42% that are fully satisfied with Season 3. 44% saying it's okay. 8% are unsatisfied, but they haven't really said why other than those have already given reasons. And 6% have already stopped playing Season 3. Fair enough. So... full satisfaction is less than 50%, which makes a lot of sense. Most people are in the okay category, which I understand because they're satisfied, but there's gripes around, which I can understand. So yeah. Life these days, I tell you, there's too many games to play and too much work to be done. Especially with my music too. You know, I'm always rushing my music. I'm always rushing to make some new. Later, I'm going to drop another track, so look forward to that. There's just always so much to do. But we will get there, ladies and gents. We will get there. I tell you, I'm never backing down. Never, ever. I don't believe you can choose the blueprint, can you? I thought it just opened up automatically. I don't recall being able to choose, but maybe I didn't open it. Who knows? I just grinded the old-fashioned way. Because I was clearing the daily operations like nobody's business anyway. Fingers crossed, Baron. I hope so. Foxy, you are too easily satisfied, my friend. Excuse me. Thou must not be someone so easily satisfied, O friend of mine. O Foxy of the Kim. O Kim of the Foxy. You must be always eternally angry and unsatisfied with life. This is the way of the world, okay? I don't make the rules, I just make them up. Fair enough. Good to know that you can actually choose. Thank you for letting me know. the angel on my shoulder not to quit his day job. Fair enough. As long as you can choose, then that's all good. So it's different from the Axion Plains boxes, which is good to know. Okay. Now. The question. The question is... Probably want this too. So another R slot and another R slot there. And that should be the ideal. Acceptable. Acceptable egg. Alright, back in we go. Good. Hope you guys get all the parts you need. But then again, I had so much grind time, I just got them all the old-fashioned way. Just ran around and brrr, got everything. Now the only thing I need to farm is the new skin. And not farm it by playing the game, but farm it from supers eventually. Well, if people want to see me in it. If they don't, then we shall let the audience speak. They shall speaketh the truth. Run, 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 run. Understandable. That is an acceptable understanding. Normal Blues Vic can't really complain. This is so fast and so easy. I think the RNG gods are not with anyone, unfortunately. Well, Ben, have you checked my mobbing video for Nell? Please do. All the answers you seek are in there. If I already have a video out, I will send you directly to the video. Have you watched my Nell video, sir? You've been around me long enough to know that that's the rule. Go watch the video first before coming here. Therefore, you do not need to ask such questions if you watch the video, right? Vids before streams, people. Vids before streams.
Out of my way! Get out of the way!
Hold on. That's RNG, and that's how it works. It'll always be a situation. Now that is a different question. Clear time, not quite. Her AoE is a bit different. Some people will try and say she's as fast as Ines, but I will tell you that I find their timings relatively similar. Ines is a much faster AoE mobber, but Nell gains on destroying ships and tunnels and bosses and all that, so it kind of evens out. For me, though, my Ines will be slightly faster. I'm just in the 400%, finishing up my eraser. CPU courage? I do know, but I don't see why that's a relevant topic of discussion if you don't mind. I'm not farming reactors at all, tired eyes. I'm just here getting levels for my eraser. That's pretty much it. I'm just chilling, getting levels for my eraser, and that's about it. Nothing special.
Out of my way!
Well, good. I'm happy for you, Hank Kit. But buying has nothing to do with RNG. Of course she is. If you watch the video, you should know that I did show you the clear time, and I did show you how she functions. That should be enough to form your opinion, no?
Beat this!
Oh, I know. And that's what I'm telling you. RNG cannot be bought with such cheapness. You want to buy RNG, my friends, you gotta be dropping 50s or 60s. Hey, Gabak, how's it going, my friend? Actually, no, sorry. 50s and 60s, that's not even enough. Let me rephrase. 500 to 600. Then maybe RNG will be on your side. But if you're gonna drop that much, you won't need RNG anyway. No. I know, and I'm totally serious. You guys may joke, but I'm telling you, you want to buy RNG, okay? If you drop enough, of course RNG will favor you. Are you sure you don't know that games have systems like that? I tell you. Think about all the people that spend on gacha, right? And after they spend so much on gacha, all of a sudden, they get such good drop rates. Seems sus, right? Seems sus to me. Well, GT86, what you can do is you can go straight to the official Discord and suggest it. Make it a good suggestion, and who knows, you might get one. There's always an opportunity for them to listen. Okay, good. Delete these. Deletion. Back to Smelbion. Leveling up is so easy right now in the 400s, it's crazy. I didn't know it was gonna be this easy. Like, legit. But they've made stuff just super, super easy nowadays. So not quite sure how to deal with that. It's a little cray. It's a little cray and it's a little slay, you know? If it's properly optimized, I don't think it'll be an issue. But that's me. I wouldn't know if it's hard to say. It depends on how fast you're clearing. Because considering the fact that I'm clearing in roughly 3 minutes, I'd say it's only slightly slower. But the satisfaction is that I don't need a team. And I don't overfill it either. Because you have to do 2 defense missions, which takes between 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the team you get. But 2 defense missions will fill it up completely, right? Assuming you play with other people and go through that rigmarole. Here, I can run about 5 missions, which is in between the time it takes. So that'll be about 12 to 15 minutes if we account for loading time. But 12 to 15 minutes and I'm pretty much finished. So it depends, I guess. You can... It's hard to say that it's faster because theoretically it's not. But the issue is that the defense missions will overfill. So, because technically you will complete the weapon sort of like halfway through the defense mission. So, yeah. Lol, Hank it. Imagine making friends in a game. That's so sad, bro. Socializing in a video game? No, 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 no. This is a disappointment. You must never make friends with anybody. You must live your life completely isolated and alone. This makes it easier for leaders like me to manipulate you and your feelings, okay? So how dare you live a healthy lifestyle? Shameful. But congratulations on making friends. Don't remind me. I still technically have to catalyst farm. Technically. And I probably should too. Actually, I should probably see if I can pull my catalyst out of the oven right now. Right now. Have to play the game as Bunny. I do not understand what you mean. I'm playing as Bunny by choice, though. Because this is simply the laziest way to play right now. Just run in a straight line.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need?
Do I need any of these other items? At present, nah. I'll just build one more of these for fun. Well, if you're not cooking catalysts, you probably should, to be perfectly frank. And I don't mean castle, but you probably should go and cook some catalysts. Catalysts are exactly like cocaine. You'll never have enough. Never. I was going somewhere over the rainbow, my dear friend. Ah! Back at it. Whee! 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 Never you mind. I have no idea, and even if I did have an idea, I wouldn't discuss it. I don't know such exploits, and I feel that as a professional channel, it's not good for me to talk about, showcase exploits, or things like that, unless it is something that should be common knowledge, like a scam or something like that, so forgive me, but I'm not going to participate in that discussion. Safety first. I went under! No! No!
Out of my way!
Black Panther will always be fun, Cartabel. The only thing is that the console people have always said he's hard to move correctly. Turning him around fast and all that. No, I know, but that's why I'm not discussing it, Anirutak. It's best if I don't. I'm glad that they will improve it, but if we don't know, it's better that we don't know, you know? What we don't know will not hurt us, my friend. As the Space Marines say in Warhammer 40,000, blessed is the mind too small for doubt. Yes, of course. Bunny is a farmer that requires you to just run in a straight line. There is no simpler method of farming. See? As she says, ladies and gents, don't forget to like the stream. You're fangirling over Keelan. I've literally shown you Keelan's gameplay so many times, Don. Why are you suddenly fangirling now, huh? Thanks for starting my goal, Gabak. Let me know what kind of music I should play. Hey, Rubalicious. How's it going, human being? Are you being human today? How is your humanity feeling? Thanks for putting up the link to my music, Don. But yes, come, tell me, Gabak. No. You must feel satisfied in your soul, Hankid, just by watching me play the character. Actually playing the character? That's a waste of time. No. Personal satisfaction. You know, the other day I finally got around to watching The Boys. I'm only on second season, halfway through. But I finally learned who A-Train was. So people used to say my bunny was like A-Train. I was like, who the hell is A-Train? Lol, Hankit. That's right. That is the Ogren way. Just be satisfied. Man, I haven't even had a chance to play Dark Tide with my homies lately. When do we get Homelander? Serena's Homelander. She already melts everything in the game. Like, how much more Homelander do you want her to be?
New super chat received.
Sounds good, Gabak. Let's metal up then. The weekend was rough, but you're alright, Austin? Well, I'm glad you are. Nell is, Nell's powers are more like that psychic person that could, like, you know, crush stuff. Yeah, Serena flies, man. Nell can't fly. But either way, I'm only up to season 2, so don't spoil anything for me. Imagine being on a controller, Don. Such a shame.
Maximum power. Get out of the way.
Why you want to bully me, Rena? Why you want to bully me? You can go bully Star instead. You can bully the Star. I guess if we were comparing to Marvel Rivals, I'd agree with that, Piyush. All right, guess it's time for a medal selection. Let's start with one of my new ones. And then we'll dip in dots into some of the older ones. Here we go, ladies and gents. It's the Long Dark Night. If you haven't heard my crazy new tracks yet, then here we go.
Will I ever see the sun again? The past is all I have, my only friend. The world is fast and cruel. Once here on the sea.
Wait, sorry, I'm gonna up the volume.
A single note in the long dark night. That's all I'll ever be. And the world is fast and cruel. The world is fast and cruel. The world is fast and cruel. And all you'll ever be. One tear among the sea. A single note in the long dark night. The moonlight's promise fades to dust. A hollow vow of frozen rust.
He's all right.
The shadows whisper hollow things of broken dreams and shattered wings. I search for warmth within the cold. A story that can't be told. My silent scream of frozen play. Lost to the black, eternal
Anyway, hope you all enjoyed that. That was the Long Dark Night. We'll play some more metal in a little while. But, Stezzy, keep going. Just enjoy. Austin, I'm usually the same way, but I at least try and build up something for the first time so I can at least roughly put it together. Give people a rough idea of what they need. Priority. There we go. Okay. This is it. Let's go have a look. Fair enough, Base Vegeta. Understandable. If that's your explanation, I get it. Just remember that for those of y'all seeking to kill the Stormhanger, alright? And for those of you that followed my build, of course, instead of somebody else's build, and I know some of y'all chose to follow somebody else's build. Dawn, I'm looking at you. But either way, for those of you that want a real build that doesn't require any effort, you don't have to worry too much about RNG, you don't have to sweat, all right? You can just go in and win. If you guys want to just go in and win, then don't forget to pick up my Nell bossing build for Stormhanger, and you can just go in and not think about it. Allow me to demonstrate for anyone that might be on the fence or is unsure. Okay. What do you mean it's annoying, Cardivel? Nell build. Nell build. Okay. So remember, you can choose to follow somebody else's work, or you can choose to follow the laziest man's work. But if you use the lazy version, you will always succeed, ladies and gents. I remember you followed somebody else's build, Don, and I'll never forgive you for that. Look. Yes, dodge around a little bit. Toss it, see?
Target subdued.
The effort requirements are minimal. Not much skill or aiming required. And of course I'm gonna cook you down. I'll never forget that you unfaithfully chose to use some other build instead of a robot build. And my disappointment was immeasurable and my day is ruined for that. Now you can do it faster than this, but if you want to just be lazy and win, there you go. Green vouchers, that's all. Yes. Because if I recall, your build is based on the 2 and 3 skill, right? For your farming. But I use the 1 and 4. So unless it's a coincidence, I'm pretty sure you used the build from a different person that talked about the 2 and 3 rather than the 1 and 4. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, the reason I spec'd into 1 and 4 instead of 2 and 3 is because I was very lazy. And I wanted you guys to have roughly the same build for bossing and farming. Because I found that the 1 and 4 build works just as well for farming anyway. So now I'm cooking Dawn. Yeah, she's gonna be cooked forever because, you know, daring to even look at somebody else's content instead of mine is a capital crime. I will have to execute you. You know, I like you a lot, Dawn, but I'm gonna have to execute you and your family and everybody you've ever loved. So, you know, that's how it works. So, ladies and gents, it's your choice at the end of the day. Whoa. Don't ever name a creator, dude. If you name a creator, you will have to get banned from chat. In case you guys didn't know, we are joking around. Okay? But if you ever name another creator here, that actually turns into a serious offense, CPU courage. It can start drama between individuals. It can cause a lot of problems, so never ever do that, all right? Even if we're just joking around, don't ever name a creator in my chat, Because all it takes is one asshole to just clip it and say, oh, Asian Robot was talking shit about this person. Then you got drama starting and all that crap. Never do that here. Okay? We have a strict drama avoidance policy. And listen, Don, you can choose the build because it's fun, but I'm going to tell you again, you choose somebody else's build over mine, and I will immediately reject you for life. So how dare you, Don? After gaming with me, you know, what the hell is this? You chose to build somebody else's build. There's no forgiveness for that. All right? So ladies and gents, if you don't want to be like Don, all right, remember, choose my bossing build. It's already on my channel. Have fun with it. Not only will it get you through farming with a simple modification, you can even use relatively the same reactors for both. All right? And there you go. Okay? All it takes is just one mod change and you can be relaxed about it. Okay? So don't be fooling yourself into getting a build from someone else who doesn't care about your time. Don't forget, RealAsianRobot makes the easiest builds ever. Okay? Because I value your time. If it's your own build, then that's okay. I'm still gonna roast you for it. But that way I get to roast you drama-free, and that's pretty awesome, Don. So I'm hoping it's your own build so I can roast you for it. If it's your own build, please tell me and I'll roast you 3 times harder. Oh, no, no, no. She gonna be getting the slipper. Alright, she gonna be getting the slipper for this one.
Shields down. According to plan. Target.
Because how could I ever forgive my dear friend when she chose a different build from me? What? This is called civil disobedience, you understand? You can't have civil disobedience in the kingdom of robot, okay?
Now that I have the power, I will protect whatever I can.
No, no, no. I'll give you the chancla, okay? Don't you even try. Don't you even try on me. No worries, Darkness Devil. There's a lot of people on the it's okay team. No, 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 no. I will now forever roast you for potentially using somebody else's build. Okay, Don? This is now your status in life. Every time you speak, I will remind you that you chose to defer from me. And that wounds my soul. Okay. Doing good, Frostbite Shadow. Roasting Dawn, but, you know. You can hit me as many times as you like with the chancla. I don't care. Okay? I'm still going to forever roast you for this. Okay? You just need to understand that this is your ninja way of life now. You must suffer. Okay? Oh, crap. The Colossus is gone. Whoops. You could be freaking Hawkeye, okay, with good aim, and I would still roast you about it every single time.
Magister,
Because this is
probably
the
humanity's
way.
real hope,
Okay, this is the way.
Don't you think?
Okay, now I need Haley Shillelagh. I haven't used her since the start of the season. But it's time. I need some blueprints. To be honest, enter attack, no. I don't. The only reason I'm poking Dawn about it is because, number one, I can. And number two, she herself told me that she uses a different build to me. So that's why I now bully her about it forever. Because that's just how life works, you know. You just gotta bully your friends. If you're not bullying your friends, you know, are you even alive? No, no, no. Always bully your friends, okay? That is simply their ninja way of life. They must accept the bullying. And if they don't, then, well, I'm afraid I have no options for them. And they simply need to accept their suffering. That's okay. It is intended to be funny. Remember, doubting me and using anything other than what I give to you is a sin, okay? It's a capital crime. And unfortunately, you may die for it. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I'm super saying. Wall Crasher? Nope. Why would she ever be useful for Wall Crasher? On a scale of 1 to hell no. Hell no. The only thing Haley is useful for is Blender models, okay? If anyone knows what I'm talking about, don't tell people. I am just messing around. But I will still never forgive you, just so you know, okay? I like you a lot, friend, but I will never forgive you. Using something other than my work is a sin. Even if you came up with your own build. It's a capital crime. An offense, I tell you. Who's the best Descendant against Wall Crasher? Obviously Serena. She's got the fastest clear times, but like clearing things super fast gets boring, so I bring Glay, I bring Nell, I just do whatever I want. Because you're gonna get 6 other people that are meta slaves that are gonna absolutely bring the most killer Serena build ever. And basically that's what's gonna happen. So I say, why think about it? Why think about it? As long as you're using my builds, Frostbite Shadow, you'll be fun. You'll be fun. You'll be fine. I don't know why I said fun twice, but yes. You'll be fine. Or you'll be fun, whatever. Whatever works for you. Oh no, that's you. Double U. Wow, her modules are shite. Where is the I need the what you call it? Oh no. Not this one. No. You know what? I think it's just gonna be Power Beyond again. I can't accept full arcade jacket. I think it's just gonna be Power Beyond. Yep. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So again with the Power Beyond. I don't have a Serena Wall Crasher build, no. I haven't built it yet. I plan on building it later in the season when I have time. Austin's already shared his with me, so I've got a good idea of what to do. And I will work on it at a later time. Oops, almost went to the wrong place. We are going here. We're going to a happy place. A place of great happiness. But yeah, whenever Wall Crasher comes around, I just take my Nell in there and just go ham. That's all I really do. Wolfberries! I shouldn't eat so much, but they're tasty.
Over limit freeze. Selecting objective. This is Haley. Interception was successful.
Time to get some catalyst blueprints. Yeah, I didn't hit a perfect shot, unfortunately.
It's up to me.
If you hit a perfect crit, there's a guaranteed one shot.
Setting objective.
Lecto.
This is Haley. Interception was successful.
If you take more than one shot, it means your crit was not perfect. Which is no good. But you guys already know this.
I'll finish the job no matter what. You're going to feel a little chilly. Target down. Colossus neutralized.
Remember this, ladies and gents. I will personally never rest until the day that Haley is the best. Now, time for some more metal. Please enjoy the music while I terminate this thing.
Setting objective. This is Haley. Interception was successful.
Beneath the ash, where none can see, gentle breath, a fleeting flame. The void calls out.
Thanks for the support, Baron.
Knows my name. Break the glass, crimson skies, the shadows mass, electric pulse, the storm will call, rise and fall, devour all. Pierce the heavens, rip the veil, delicate whispers to savage wail, waves of fire, chaos reigns, echoes linger, bloodstained chains.
And thank you for all the likes on stream, guys. I appreciate it a lot.
Soft like snow. The first caress beneath the roar. The heart confess. Steel and venom, skin and bone. Harmony lost. The beast has grown. Static hum, the wires scream, fractured light, a twisted dream, clings to screams, the line will blur, reality breaks, the storm will stop.
I'll finish the job.
Pierce the heavens, rip the veil, delicate whispers to savage wail, waves of fire, chaos reigns, echoes linger, bloodstained chains. Bloodstained chains.
Ah, Catalyst. Finally.
Bloodstained chains.
See you later, Foxy. But yeah, potential 10 million gold drop is the main loot.
bloodstained skies, crimson rain. Melody weeps, the void consumes. Shattered throne, eternal doom. Riot grip,
Essentially, yes.
tasted bites, twisted face. The stars align, rising fury. No retreat, destruction's end. Won't defeat. It's arriving, haunting and fierce. Storms relentless, the silence pierces. The ground erupts, a silence cry. The end of days beneath the sky. Reams of chaos, a hymn of pain. Bloodstained skies, crimson rain. Melody weeps, the void consumes. Shattered throne, eternal doom. Final roar, a world undone. Ashes scattered, the war is won. Unlighted whispers, fading light. Shattered throne, eternal night.
All right, next.
I'll finish the job no matter what.
Whispers crawl, the void within. Delicate threads where life begins. Eyes like glass, a fragile plea. Shatter the still, set chaos free. Soft as silk, the winds do weep. A lullaby for souls that sleep.
Very unlucky on Catalyst right now. Hoping to get some, but oh well.
Tear the chains, let silence break. The world will burn, twist the sky, let it
Ah, finally one. Well, two so far.
Static comes, the wires ignite.
5? 6? Roughly around there. Yeah, 5 or 6.
Softness fades, the storm arrives. Metal and fire, the soul survives. Delicate whispers of fading hymn. The siren song grows fierce within. Cleaves to screams, a violent arc, a phoenix born from the dark.
All right, and now one more from my new set. Oops, sorry. One more metal song from my new set. Let's carry on rockin' and carry on rollin'.
Shadows of sorrow, onward we ride, fighting our demons, breaking the chains, rise, arise.
For anyone that's wondering, this is all my own music, ladies and gents, so please enjoy.
Darkness devours the light on the battlefield. The enemy has no face. Reign of death in the silence. Shattered hearts withering in the frost. Now here I stand, reborn, unfrozen. In this realm of dreams, to be victorious. I embrace the sword of the ancient kings. The fate shall never take this world. We will perish no more. We are our greatest foe. Shadows of sorrow. Onward we
Hope you guys enjoy the tunes. Keep supporting the channel, and I'll always make more.
breaking the chains. Rise, rise, core at our souls. Blooded blades, our only path to survival. Through the smoke we find our kin. Our veins burn with renewed strength. My flesh becomes one with the flame. They'll see the glint of vengeance in my eyes, and they shall taste our hatred, fought and
You're going to be a little chilly. Mission accomplished, H.O.U.N.D. Where's the next operation?
Thanks for putting up my SoundCloud. Keep supporting my music, guys. Yeah.
Aiming at target. Mission complete. Heading back to base.
That's a downside, but I could definitely. It's not level up.
shadows of sorrow. Onward we ride.
So remember, for those of you that super chat for these songs, if you like a particular one, you want to know the name. This one is called Onward We Ride. It is unreleased and it will be quite far off from release because this is something for the far future. But I'm glad you like it. Well, the streaming site will be behind the unreleased stuff, so those who super chat will have more options since if they know the unreleased title, they can get it before it becomes released. For example, Shattered Veil still isn't out yet. Echoes of Oblivion is out, but I do take time to release because these days I'm just so busy in between songs that I haven't been able to release as much as I can. I used to be able to release every day, but my God, the schedule these days is intense. Not gonna lie. But that's life. Well, Ruby, my new version 2.0 AI is much better with instruments. So you can expect an evolution of my music. I still have to release all the old stuff, but the newer stuff is crazier and crazier, as I was saying in the Discord. Well, in the private Discord.
Mission complete. Heading back to base.
Enjoy Nell, nothing wrong with that. Hey. Thanks for the super, Austin. What can I get you, sir? Your usual? Do I give you your usuals from the bar? Yes, indeed. You guys are indeed getting a sneak peek of what is to come. Although I've still got so much to work on. Hey, Gino. Can't complain. Just chilling and surviving. Now, Austin prefers the sad stuff. Eventually, I want to work on another low vibes album, but this will be in the far future. But for Austin, his stuff is already released, but he still loves it. So, here's a selection of the slower vibes. This is his favorite song. Can you get a large bubble tea? In your dreams, Baresu. But if you were to donate a lot of money to my stream, I might even consider it, sir.
You're going to feel alone.
Might go out there and Uber you some.
Mission accomplished, HQ. Where's the next operation site?
That's okay, Austin. Nothing wrong with being sad.
I'm just lying on my floor all alone, and I've been crying for hours straight. I just wish I could see you one more time, but the light in my room is shining way too bright. Maybe this was never meant to be. So I'll just pretend like you're in my arms tonight. I'm so scared of losing
Mission accomplished, HQ.
everything.
Where's the next operation
Now
site?
my best friend's going away. So I just sit in my room all alone and just wish I could see her face. So I just sit here and I cry, and I don't even know why.
Blame the RNG, Carnival.
I just wanna see you one more time, 'cause I've never seen someone with eyes that shine so bright. And now I'm crying in my room, I just don't know what to do, 'cause all my friends are moving on, and I'm just stuck here in my room. I'm so scared of losing everything, and now my best friend's going away. So I just sit in my room all alone and just wish I could see her face.
Target confirmed. Ready. Over limit
Oh,
freeze.
nah, this is not the one. This is the one.
Mission complete. Heading back to base.
Now here's a little extra bonus sad for Austin.
So hard to breathe in this world. If you leave, I'll be cursed. Trying to fight it, but I'm in a
Those who want to feel just as sad, head over to SoundCloud.
that I'm the one hurt. I think about it every night, and you wonder why I cry. No one has seen it, but you will know when it's time.
I'm your dark paradise.
I'm your dark paradise. I'm your dark paradise.
I'm your dark paradise.
Mission accomplished, HQ. Where's the next
Feelings
operation?
in my mind, it feels like I'm not alive. I don't even try. I don't even try. It's not about the ice. It's not about the price. It's about the times when I needed a lifeline. I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave. And I know you don't believe. I know you don't believe. So hard to breathe in this world. If you leave, I'll be cursed. Trying to fight it, but I'm in a hearse. You would think that I'm the one hurt.
You're going to
I'm your dark paradise.
selecting.
I'm your dark
Interception
paradise.
successful.
I'm your dark paradise. I'm your dark paradise. Oh.
I wrote every single one of these songs. Love it. Sometimes I listen to my own shit and suffer imposter syndrome because I'm like, damn, how did it get like this?
Did you know you were the one that saved me? I was trying to find a way out. Now I'm
Yeah.
trying to find a way in.
I update on Spotify, but Spotify is slower than SoundCloud.
Target down.
You were always waiting for me on the other side of this dark hole. But I just wanna see the light now. Cause you're the only light in my life now. And I just want your arms wrapped around me. I'm sorry I let them take you. You were more than just a good friend. Now I gotta find a way in. And now I don't know where I'm going. Cause it feels like I've been here before. And it feels like I'm losing my mind now. Cause you're the only light in my life now. It feels like I'm falling.
Hello, Baresu.
Cause you're the only light in my life now. It feels like I'm falling down. Cause you're the only light in my life now. And I'm falling.
Over limit freeze.
I'm falling.
Mission accomplished, HQ. Where's the next operation?
It feels like I'm falling down. Cause you're the only light in my life now. And it feels like I'm falling down. Cause you're the only light in my life now. Did you know you were the one that saved me? I was trying to find a way out. Now I'm trying to find a way in. She was more than a way out.
All right. Thank you for enjoying some low vibes with Austin.
Over limit freeze. Objective complete. This is Haley.
All right.
Interception was successful.
I'm just gonna try for one more. Sometimes I hate collecting the catalyst blueprints. I know there are faster ways to do it, but I've got all this extra amorphous, and I'm just like, damn. I need to crack them open, otherwise they're gonna just be sitting here worthless forever. But say plus la plus v. What can you do, right? What can you do?
This is Haley. Interception was successful.
And oh my god. But sometimes you just have to go with RNG. You know, sometimes when I would do this farm, right? I'd do it and I'd be getting like, I would just constantly be getting them. And sometimes, I know it's only a 20% chance, but sometimes when you do it, you just get nothing each time. It sucks.
It's up to me.
Oh, let me turn on the in-game music back. But thank you to all the support today.
A little chilly.
It has been good.
This is Haley. Interception was successful.
No, I just need catalyst blueprints. That's all. That is all, my friend. I just need the catalyst blueprints. If I can get my hands on them, then I'd be very happy. But otherwise, eh.
Mission accomplished, HQ. Where's the next operation site?
Ah, there we go. Okay, that's good enough for me for now.
A
Hey,
new member has
welcome to the Weird Bot, Sean. Welcome among us. You've taken your first step into the Robot Nation. Please, let me know what type of music you want for your entrance. But welcome among us. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yeah, you can see that somebody has already bought the stuff. I'm gonna wait patiently until I hit it. Ooh, this is for the ATOMs. The standard ATOMs looks cooler, but well, why not? This one looks too much like a random Covenant weapon. Thanks for loving the stream, Sean. I don't think they made as much on this one. I mean, a couple of people bought it, but I'm not seeing everybody dressed in the nines around it. So I think the bunny and the bikinis definitely made a lot more than this one. So far, I've seen all of one person having it, and that was that guy. Yeah, well, now two, since Baron already bought it. I'm gonna wait and let it fund slowly. Like I said, if people want to see me in it, they will. Otherwise, I'm a relaxed man about it.
Modules will make you stronger.
Excuse me. Why do I have so many death by 1,000 cuts? Why? Look at all these El Cheapo materials. Ooh, 30%. Ooh. Brother, ooh. I think I have a better Kyber hollow points than that. But we shall see. Parabion and the rest of these do not want. Okay, time to mantle this. This is the new skin apparently, this one. Oh look, this person also bought it. So that's 3 so far. This is the one. It looks like that. It's a little tiny top, lots of midriff, and booty shorts, essentially. I mean, if I'm honest, probably not Ziggy, but it doesn't mean you can't try. You can always try. Rena. Damn, bro. You shelling out all that AUD for this? Are you sure, brother? I mean, if you want to, I cannot stop you, but damn, bro. Damn. Did you buy it or the bundle? Because just so everyone knows, I'm aiming strictly for the bundle, but I'm just curious. If you bought it or the whole bundle. Ah, yes, of course. It is time to intercept. Okay, let's go bossa nova. Nice. Good job, Rena. I literally showed it like 5 seconds ago, Austin. What the hell? This guy, you trolling or something, Austin? Fine, fine. There you go. There you go. This is what it looks like, okay? Here you go. Here you freaking go. Jesus. Jesus, this guy. This guy. Okay? Are you happy with the showcase? Right? I literally showed it like 5 seconds ago.
This is easy. Target subdued. My shields need to recharge.
Oh.
You're in my way.
No! I
Now
forgot
that
to
I have
scan.
the power, I will protect whatever I can.
That he did. But ladies and gents, that is what I shall be funding right now. So, all your support will go toward funding for this. Now, just checking in with the polls. So far, we've had 190 votes. Only 35% are fully satisfied with Season 3. 49% said it's alright, I guess. 9% unsatisfied. 7% have already stopped playing. But if you look at Steam charts alone, we've already lost about a third of what we started Season 3 with. So it's looking like rough times. Well, I guess those that stopped playing, but maybe not support as the robot, they probably stopped viewing content as well.
According to plan. This is easy. According to plan.
No! I hate how the scan sometimes doesn't work. I know it's got like this weird internal cooldown, but it's so shitty and annoying. In my opinion, at least.
I expected that.
I feel like the scan should just work no matter what. At least she comes out of frenzy fast enough. The next season's drop date is, check the battle pass, 76 days, CPU courage. I wish the scan was more consistent. Like, as long as you scan on something, it should instantly hit the piece. And I know it's due to like an adjustment, but the cooldown is 0.1 seconds, so I don't know why it sometimes freezes out. Good, Lois, go get some rest. Rest is good for the soul. Alright, 5 minutes to Ball Crasher. They could end up extending the season, but I hope not, because I think that they have flubbed enough, and it would be unwise of them to do that. They already extended the end of Season 2, Episode 2. That lasted forever. But in general, the end of the Battle Pass is when this season ends. So that is the general answer. Now I got 5 nice minutes, so I'm gonna wait. And during these 5 nice minutes, I will nice and ice. I think that Season 3 is alright, but unfortunately the content basically cleared very fast. And with people hyper-optimizing the shit out of Wall Crasher, I feel like they needed to make him even more of a crazy challenge. Like, maybe by making it so that Serena does no damage to him or something like that. They could have made it so that skill damage is weak. I don't know. There's a lot of ways they could have done it. But Wall Crasher doesn't feel like Wall Crasher. It doesn't feel epic enough. They need to be way more epic, at least in my personal opinion. That's what I think should happen. Essentially, yes. There's no real mechanic there, but getting 8 people to coordinate for a mechanic would be a little bit difficult, so I can understand the reluctance. That being said, he doesn't feel epic enough for a raid. I feel like what they could do, depending on how they want a boss to be, is that they could limit certain characters, or they could have made it so that if you're playing against Wall Crasher, abilities or anything done in the air, like they could make a unique condition to specifically hamper Serena. If you're fighting in the air, you do minus 90% damage. Like, they could have like Gravity Surge or something like as a special ability of his, you know? Easy is fine, but the thing is, people get bored and they're attacked. And unless you're hyper addicted to the game, the boredom will just crush you. So most people just don't feel enthusiastic about, you know, playing this game or needing to even play it. Because what are they playing for? You get what I mean? There is no active reason that they should be playing this game or needing to play this game at all. You get what I mean? No, not just pulling them back to the ground, but we need to punish her damage. Because once you trigger her ability in the air, then technically it's not a problem anymore, right? So that's where I'm saying she needs to be punished for it. Basically, if she steps up into the air, then she just gets severely punished for it and, you know, gets crushed back down to the ground or something like that. There's a lot of ways they can make it happen, but it all boils down to what they want to do with her. Like, what is it that they want to create when it comes to Serena? Because every boss can have restrictive conditions that will affect certain descendants, making other descendants shine better, you know? Like, the one way they could do it, and I hate to say this, but they could take a page out of Raid Shadow Legends book, right? For example, if characters receive buffs from, like, say, H.O.U.N D, if characters are under a heal buff or are under a continuous buff of some kind, therefore making support characters more useful, or if a character is under a shield, they can deal more damage to the boss. But if they're flying up in the air or something like that, minus 90% damage, or if they go in without any support buffs or things that are coming from other characters, you know, then they could be losing out. You know, there's a lot of different ways that they can structure it so that these bosses are tough. They can create gimmicks that require certain characters to be beaten, you know? Yeah, you can't change this one. But if they're making him a permanent feature, then they need to adjust him. If they're not making him a permanent feature, that's also fine. But they do need to adjust him for future seasons. Because I don't believe that what they have now is good enough. In my personal opinion, not good enough at all. Okay, time for Hall Crasher.
This is easy. You're in my way.
Damn it!
According
They made him lean back.
you're in.
That's a good start. And yes, Serena is the problem, but nerfing her will not work. And it's not because nerfing her is a bad decision. It's because the second you nerf her, everybody's going to be up in arms, screaming bloody murder about it. So essentially, we cannot nerf her. Hence, that is their problem. If we could nerf her, then fair enough. You know, I'm sure there'd be some way to do that, but people will go crazy, yeah? It's not that we have hate for this. It's not hate. It's that it's too easy. There's no challenge. So people aren't hating on Serena. There's no hate for Serena. Thanks, Mom. The idea of a video game is to challenge yourself and to be challenged. If you're not constantly being challenged, what are you even playing for? If you're not constantly being challenged, you're essentially like wasting your time, no? That's not what a video game is about. A video game is supposed to be about having fun, you know, playing the game and absolutely wiping the floor with everybody. You know, a lot like there needs to be, like, before you do the wipeout, there needs to be difficulty. There needs to be at least some kind of difficulty that enables you as a player to say, okay, you know what? This is tough, but if I beat it, then, you know, we have fun. Of course you can. And that's already what's happening in NieR. We are already using different characters, but if everybody else brings 7 Serenas, we can't. Now, the same solution applies. Yes, you can use Party Finder and things like that, but it doesn't help the people that don't want to do that. So what do people do? You got to understand, players will just leave. They will just not care. They don't care about the reasons. You can't debate with them. They will just leave. So I believe that the best way to go would be for every raid boss to heavily counter Serena until she's unplayable in every boss. Like, for future bosses that they release, Serena needs to be unplayable, completely unplayable. It's no different to how certain characters are banned in ranked modes. Like, you don't ban that character, you're screwed. Like, people will straight up outright ban BP, Black Panther. Because if the enemy has a good Black Panther player on their team, your whole team is screwed. Especially because a lot of people don't know how to deal with him. See? So I feel that if they want to make a strong, challenging boss, they need to make it in such a way that Serena completely unplayable in the boss. Like, if you walk in with Serena, you are such a liability to the team that you have to put her down. And that's what they need to do. Then they need to also nerf other characters in the set. So they could possibly do like Serena nerfing skill damage. That would also invalidate any of the other skill characters, or maybe give them a lesser debuff. But ultimately, this means, okay, so I need guns to shine. Valby, Glay, Gun Valby, and Gun Glay specifically, even Gun Blair. These can then become options, you see. So by adjusting how each and every boss comes out, I think it will create a different experience. Mechanics is one thing, but the other problem with mechanics is that players also complained about them. I told them the same thing. I told them that they should not be afraid to use mechanics. Because if you use mechanics, I don't care who complains, it's a intelligence check. And that's important. I feel that that's something they need to do. If they do that, good. But if they don't do that, then every fight just becomes a DPS check instead. See you later. See you later, Vengeance. But yes, I would like a bit more variety in my gameplay. You're right, people will complain regardless of what we do, so that's why I suggested just bite the bullet. Put in either very heavy mechanics or choose to invalidate certain characters on purpose, therefore making them completely unplayable during certain challenges. Which again is not a bad thing, it's just how it should work. You can't always have one solution, right? Give you an example. In Souls-like games, if you don't learn the boss pattern, you can't beat them. But even completely under-leveled, you can beat them if you learn the boss pattern. I feel that such little things are crucial to the longevity of a game because it's what makes the game feel good. Oh, absolutely, NieR. I don't disagree with you, man. People are very, very, unfortunately, you know, simple-minded. So it can become difficult. I mean, you can enjoy the game, but if games do not change and if games do not retain the greatest amount of players, sure, a couple of people will enjoy it, but most people are not in the state of, I'm hooked on this game. They play TFD, but they're not hooked on it. There's only a very small percentage of people, 35% right now just based on this, that are hooked on it. Texnotic, the weapon list is not gone. You just have to go inside your weapons. The weapon list is here. See? It's not about, you know, catering to every whim. That is, and I'm just going to be honest, the thinking of somebody that, you know, only loves the game, but doesn't see beyond that. If you want the game to do well, how are they going to do well if they can't get funding? Keep dropping Gooner skins? Even Gooners run out of money. And haven't you noticed they've been pumping out skin after skin after skin? The sales are getting less and less. Not because the skins aren't skimpy enough, but if you drain people's wallet, it's like how nobles in the past used to leverage high taxes on their people. Do you know what happened when that happened? Merchants went to other counties. Merchants went to other districts or cities. When taxes are too high, your population gets tired. And you want to stop the fatigue. No problem, Tex. Like I said, we're here to give you guys real information. In fact, somebody else, I think it was Cardivel, and somebody else who told me about this list when we were looking around for it, because I couldn't find it either. But at least now you know, so it should help. Anyway, coming back to the point, just remember, the crucial key to understanding all this is this. Every player, every character needs a role to fill, and that's important. If you don't give players that satisfaction of filling every role, and if you don't give them an interesting enough challenge, they'll leave. And while there's nothing wrong with leaving, the gaming industry is hella competitive. Even the smallest bit of competition is going to cause people to leave your game, and then you've got no one to play with. And then when you've got no one to play with, what do they have to do? Servers shut down. Do you know that last season people were debating, is this game going to shut down or not? Because we only had 7,000 on Steam. Consoles were about 14,000. Total player base concurrent was like 20 to 30K, and that was on a good day. On a bad day, it was even less than that. Now, this season brought back people, and it held strong for 1 week, but by the second week, 1/3 of the players are gone already, because they've done everything. Season's practically over for them. In fact, even for me, I'm just working on some builds here and there, but there's nothing much for me to achieve. So that doesn't entice people into wanting to stay for the season. It doesn't entice people into wanting to keep playing, you know? It just drives them away, and like, look, they've got a million other things they could be doing. Once they run out of things to do here, they will just leave and go somewhere else. That's the problem. And I don't want them to leave. I want to hook them in and keep them here. That's the crucial key. We want to hook them in and keep them here. Okay, now before I carry on and do anything else, just give me a second. Doing a bit of stuff on Raid Shadow Legends, and yes, ladies and gents, for those that do not know, I have a sponsored stream coming up. See you later, Hankit. Essentially, yes. That's exactly what we want, Chuck. It needs to be something that keeps people invested. That's what's really lacking right now. Anyway, washroom break. Then we'll do some light experimentation. And then I'll finish out there so I can work on some music. But for now, BRB. I have no idea who you are, Caravel. Are you the praying person over there? If you're the praying person over there, then fair enough. You can be as unworthy of my presence as you like. Nothing wrong with being unworthy of my presence. My presence is pretty glorious. We all know this. Okay, now. Okay. Where are you? Clay! Okay, now the glaze here. Let's fit this in. Rename this to standard. And I'll rename this to weapon test. Since it's a multi-hit weapon, something like this. And we'll have the toxic. Let's try firearm control mechanism. Okay, this is a multi-hit weapon. So it's something like this. Okay. Okay, we're set. Begin testing. Bossing damage output test. Well, PvP is not a topic we discuss here. So please don't bring it up, CPU courage. Thank you.
Weak.
We'll need to adjust this. This is for the launcher, so we'll need the gun variant. And do we even need Kyber Hollow points? I think we'll just take that off because we don't really need that here. I don't know if Predator Instinct will trigger, but we could start with something like this. Should just work fine. Okay. Again. Actually, wait. I should open this up. Oops, forgot. Ah. Managed to do that before the battle started. How lucky for me. Yes, for anyone wondering, the reason why we don't discuss PvP is because people feel very strongly about it. And look, it's just annoyingly stupid. So what we do here is we table all discussions about it, and if people want to discuss it, they can discuss it in Reddit or the official Discord. But PvP, as far as I am here, as far as I'm concerned, it'll never be something that I condone in this place. Because it just doesn't fit this game, in my opinion.
That was too easy.
So on Glay, at least, it could pop these dudes, which is fine. Will it trigger Predator Instinct? Let's find out. I'll put Pred Instinct back on, and then we'll try the next fight. And we'll see if it triggers. It's probably unwise to test in combat, but I'm the type of person that does not care. Always best to test in direct combat. In general, no, it is not a good can of worms.
It's all over.
Well, you find out as you go along, pal. If it's a serious situation, then you'll be limited from chatting. If it's not a serious situation, then we just remove the message and carry on. And we explain the reason why. Which we just did. Earlier was a serious problem, so that's why you had a 30-minute chat ban. But if it's not a serious problem, then I just remove the message and I let you know why. Is there a problem with this CPU coverage? Because other people do not have this issue. So as long as you don't have a problem with it, you'll be fine. If you do have a problem with it, then, well... Okay, so Predator Instinct does trigger with this, which is very, very interesting. Okay, okay. So we can utilize Predator Instinct here. Not bad. Okay, let's keep going with it. 3 minutes. Okay. Adjust this to this person. Try again.
Enemy eliminated.
Okay, not bad. So far, it seems okay. Not super fantastic or anything. Oh, I forgot to put my face on the exterminated cover page. No, well, whatever. I'll leave it be. Okay. Next. Pyro Boy. Let's see how Pyro Boy stands up to this.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscriber.
Weak.
The optimization in the Colossus battles, the first time you load in, is still bad. So I haven't killed any of these in a while. But the optimization here is still poor, which is very, very odd. If they can fix Axion Plains, they really need to fix the shaders for these, because every time they drop a hotfix, I'm basically reloading the shaders here, which is annoying. It's fine after the first time, but that is another thing they need to fix. And I hope they will, because, yeah, that's not fun. No, when you spawn in Albion, it's fine. At least to the best of my knowledge.
Will not be. Assignment accomplished.
Okay, Swamp Walker, not bad. I mean, it's not super great, but it's not horrendous. Okay, I'll leave this in there. Let's carry on. Obstructor will be another good test, because this guy is annoying. No, I completely agree, Eddie. They seem to have forgotten optimization in several areas, which is annoying. That's why, like, the first time battles of each Colossus is a very, very subpar. And this creates problems for me. Oh, wow.
Eliminated.
For the Colossus especially, it's like the first time you load in, big problem. After that is okay. But the first time you load in, oh my god. Terrible. So that to me is no good. Doesn't have to be a weak spot hit. So I wonder if it can be used for mobbing as well. Have to test that, but I'll test the bossing capabilities first. Okay, Molten Fortress is another good test.
Weak.
Okay, Molten Fortress wiped out. Okay, acceptable. Okay, Gluttony. I don't think so. I think Gluttony's gonna wipe as well. At least it should be. Mostly because you get the early advantage. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah.
It's already over.
Can't stand there because of the thing coming down. You get an early advantage, but I always forget about those damn things coming down. Have to stand a bit closer. But technically, you don't have to ADS as well. If you decide to go closer, you can just treat it like a shotgun and shoot it into his leg. Because his weak spot parts are very, very close. Okay, let's go touch Stormhanger. I don't expect to actually deal any significant damage to him, but let's see what happens. Gluttony had good mechanics in the past, but people couldn't handle that. So that was unfortunately also a problem. Oh man.
New subscriber detected.
Yeah, the damage of this is not actually enough for Stormhanger. Because you need to hit a weak spot consistently, so... And once you run out of hit points, there's nothing you can do. Okay, so this is not good enough for any serious content. Like, this has Toxic, but barely even scratched the surface, so that won't happen. Okay, last test will be Axion Plains. Baresu, of course we know that, but the test is for the eraser, dude. So, don't know what you're trying to say, but look, I get your obsession with Nell, but you do realize that I'm the one that put out the bossing build for her, which is already on my channel, so... Are you deliberately trolling, or what's your plan here?
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location.
Did what on purpose? What exactly are you trying to say? Okay, yep, can't mob either, despite the unique ability. It can't mob. This gun cannot mob. I mean, it's kind of cool, but that's all it is. Kind of cool. We have absolutely zero traction here. In all the time it'll take to kill any of these targets. We killed 30, so ugh, that's just sad. Alright, right? Abort back to Albion. Let's do a quick 400% test and we'll see if there's any value to be gained. If there's no value, then yeah. What? No. This gun has nothing to do with Nell. Nell's fourth is even worse for this, dude. The gun itself has a magazine capacity of 18. You will just run out of ammo straight away. The only characters that have an advantage for this are Serena, who can restore her own ammo and reload on the fly. Nell still has full reloading, so even if you trigger her fourth, it just ups her weak point damage. Every hit is a weak point, but once you run out of ammo, you're done. You get what I mean? So that's where she has a problem. If it weren't for that problem, I'd say okay, fair enough, but therein lies the issue. And it's why Serena is miles ahead, and where Glay is used as like a secondary kind of dealio. Okay. Mobbing test under different circumstances and situations. But the eraser is overall garbage, so... I would say get all the unique abilities only just so that you don't have to worry about it in the future. This thing is slow as hell. Well, here's another massive disappointment. I think that much like the Excava, this will become a niche weapon. That's all I foresee for this. Like, I just foresee this becoming a niche weapon that maybe it'll be good under specific circumstances with certain specific special characters. But other than that, I just don't see its value, strength, or power at all in any way, shape, or form. That's just nope. Not no way, not no how. We are getting absolutely zero value out of this that we didn't already get from other guns.
I smell
And just for anyone asking, or who might be thinking it, the answer to every gun is not Serena or Glade. The gun by itself is just gonna be bad. And if you have to use Serena and Haley with every single gun, then every gun in the game is good, you know? But this obviously proves that this thing is just a piece of crap, so... Yep, it's terrible. So you've seen it here first, ladies and gents. Don't ever waste your time with the eraser. It will just be erasing your time, okay? Do not waste time and go build other stuff. But I wasted catalysts maximizing this for you guys, so I've delivered everything I can. I don't think I can deliver anything more. It's one of those erasers that claim to remove ink, but it didn't. A NieR attack, I've already put multi-hit on it. This is a fully built eraser. Everything, every necessary module has been put on it. I always analyze weapons. Like I don't know if how much of my videos you've watched, but if you watch my videos, I'm very analytical. I analyze the full thing. I say, okay, so what can this do? Can this crit in the hands of a non-Serena, non-Haley? What is 18% crit rate gonna do? You're gonna have no crits. So okay, this one gets thrown out the window. You can't build this for crits. You try to build this for weak points. Crits and weak points could work, but you probably need somebody like Valby. Now in the hands of Valby, it might be good, but then wait a second. Ammo's a concern. So there you go. Okay, second problem. Then you can try and build it for multi-hit, but at the same time, if you don't have somebody that can up that, yeah. So what I would say is that this gun would literally have to be built for a character, in my personal opinion, like Valby. That's the only way to make this good, and you're gonna have to use Valby to up the crit rate plus 25%, right? So this brings 18 plus 25. You would achieve a total of 38 plus 5 gets you to 43%. Then you buff that with your mods and everything, and then you stack it all together. You go heavily into weak point because the multi-hit damage is not going to do anything. So trying to build it in the normal way, it kind of sucks. You're gonna have to lean into the crit. And that means that this weapon would exclusively be used by characters like Valby or those that can increase the critical hit rate of the gun. So, yeah, this one, I just built it as non-crit.
New
But
subscriber detected.
if you build it in this fashion, it's going to be pretty bad. I think we're going to have to swing it. And it would only be useful in the hands of somebody like Valby. Because if you do, you might be able to swing it such that you can get more multipliers. But I think overall it would still be mid. Because why would I use this over a more serious weapon where I could achieve nearly 100% crits? Like Enzo could achieve that with certain weapons. Valby can achieve that with certain weapons. So what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, this multiplier is trash. Even if we're looking at a weapon like, say, Greg's, which we've readjusted recently, you know. Greg's at least has a 20% and a 2 times. You know that with Valby, this thing goes up to a 45% crit rate. You can push that crit hit damage and chain this together with the weak point damage. And overall, it does some pretty insane stuff. Now, I did restructure this Greg's for multi-hit chance and multi-hit damage. This was specifically for Glay, but I think I just build a second Greg's for crit, and I think that would be much more worth it. Like, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to go into the multipliers, use that with either, say, Valby or Enzo. And this would be so much better. Like, you could use this to really, really rain down the pain on your enemies. Honest to God. Especially considering the fact that you can get, like, a triple fire rate on this. So, So it just feels like there's other better options. Hell, even like Fallen Hope, theoretically, okay, this would have a way better overall option because it's 12% with a 1.7. Like, you could
New
structure this
super
for
chat
way
received.
better stuff, and the multi-hit is 1. So, in fact, I'd probably have to build Fallen Hope over the rest. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I will owe you some music the next time I see you, because I'm probably going to head off soon. But this is a disappointment. I guess it... yeah. The other thing is that... yeah. It's a shame. I wanted this weapon to be good. But it feels like it's so mid. That being said, I should probably build the Fallen Hope at some point. That's my next pet project. I've got to actually build this thing up. Since it has a very nice 1x multi-hit damage multiplier, effectively doubling your damage. I do want to build into that. I'd have to sacrifice crits for it, but we could go into it. Or you could go into weak point, multi-hit, and crit, which would also give it some possibilities. But this is definitely a multi-hit weapon. Give it enough weak point multiplier, and it might actually do decently. Might being the key word. Actually, you know what? I'm going to re-roll the Fallen Hope right now. I'm actually legitimately going to re-roll the Fallen Hope. Let's go fall some hope. And we will build it in multiple ways. Okay. All of them scrapped. Firearm attack, beautiful. Multi-hit damage. Oh. It's only 13.7. But you know what? I'll take it. Now I just need multi-hit chance. And... multi-hit chance and weak point damage gold. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Weak point damage gold. Now come on, multi-hit chance. Nothing much to do, Hammer Blake. That's why that's why about 1/3 of the player base already left. They have nothing much to do right now. Now I'm glad to see people still enjoying the game, but that's why I checked out whether or not people were satisfied. The only other thing you can do is build weapons, experiment with them. That's pretty much it. Nothing much else you could roll. A NieR attack is absolutely right. Gamba. Yes. Yes, good sir. That is multi-hit chance. Only 5.8. Oh. Why? Well, that's unfortunate, but I mean, fair enough. But that's unfortunate. But yes. Gambling is essentially all you have left. Oh, I haven't put a... Okay. Apparently I didn't even shove an energy activator in this. Okay, energy reaction, there you go. Let's take out Firing Fiesta first. Without weak point sight, my base weak point damage is 1.2. Multi-hit is 1 time, so let's start by doing multi-hit. This will be for the non-crit characters. We will go with multi-hit chance, damage, and we will also want point. Okay, this is a good base to start off with. Okay. Now, what weapon core should I put on this? Well, the Fallen Hope was absolute garbage when it first started, so there you go. Okay, 2 fire rate cores, and we could get something here. I'll do the cores another time, but for now, all right, ladies and gents, thank you very much. I hope you guys have had a good time today. Let's do a final check of the polls. After 225 votes, ladies and gents, after 225 votes today, only 34% of people are fully satisfied with Season 3. A vast majority of individuals, okay, I'm just closing the poll right now so we can get the final results, but based on your reactions here today, ladies and gents, only, well, 49% of people, almost 50% said it's okay, you know. 8% were unsatisfied with Season 3, and 7% had already stopped playing Season 3. But this is of the people that watched the stream and voted. If you actually look at the player count lost after just 2 weeks of Season 3, we have lost about 1/3 of the player base. And if next month's update isn't spectacular, you know, then I think it's going to be a little bit sad. But yes, my next video tomorrow is going to talk about why isn't Season 3 holding people's interest? All right, because I want to know you guys' thoughts in my video, and let's see what happens, because I want Season 3 to be great, but it does seem to be a little lackluster right now. A good eraser that works, my friend. I will try. I can try. Who knows if I'll be able to, but I'll give it my best go, all right? Thank you very much for watching my stream today. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? So y'all have fun, and remember, my sponsored stream is tomorrow evening, so look forward to it. Even if you don't support Raid Shadow Legends, I hope you guys will still come by and check it out. I've got some cool things to show you. All right? Thank you very much. See you later. Y'all have a good one, fam.